like to invite up one of our colleagues, Joachim Helfer, who is the CEO of Mueller Medium, or no, okay, not me, okay, no, Advanco was owned by Mueller Medium, okay, sorry. Michael, is he here? He's going to get himself. Did you tweet that? Tweet that to Michael, okay. But it's there, okay, Michael, sorry. Joachim has helped us over the last few years with putting together sessions, and the next couple are for you. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Kimberly. Yeah, I'm just CEO of a small startup within Mueller Medium, and I hope just not to confuse. So thanks for having me as a moderator for the next sessions. As you probably have realized, I have this little accident with a skiing on a skiing resort, and there's two things. I'm not going to bother you how it worked anyhow, but there's two things I cannot do. I cannot drive my car. I'm not supposed to drive my car for insurance reasons, and I cannot clap my hands. That's why I put this little vuvuzela. So this is my contribution to this. So if you hear this, this is a sign to clap your hands. Thanks a lot. So our first guests, I'm very proud that we had them from far from Russia, from Siberia here. We have. You will say something about your colleague. So Dennis could unfortunately not make it here, but his colleague Sergey and Gleb are here to present 2GIS, a Russian company that deals with very detailed maps and locations in many different countries, not only in Russia. And we saw a lot of things about artificial intelligence this morning and the future. And these guys also use a lot of technology and crawling and stuff, but they also lose labor, hard labor work in order to make good quality out of their product. And very proud to have Sergey here, whose background is more from software engineering, has a degree there, and now is responsible for franchising part of 2GIS. The stage is yours. Thanks.
Where's the switch? Yeah, hello everyone. It's over here, I guess. Yeah, unfortunately my colleague couldn't make it, couldn't come here today because of some unexpected reasons. But it's my honor to tell you about the key principles that help us to build the leading local search company in Russia. And I guess that some of them can be quite unexpected and quite unusual for many companies, so I really hope it's going to be interesting for you. Yeah, here we go. So allow me to begin with a short introduction. So we are a local search company, and we make digital local search products. This is how they look, and they are basically maps combined with business listings. There are 40 million people who use our products. We operate in 9 countries where 45,000 companies advertise with us. Yeah, and this is how our story began. It began in 1999 in Russia, which was quite a difficult year for Russia. We had a serious crisis back then. And, well, the market was really small. We had only 4 million PCs, and the internet penetration was just 1%. So you can only imagine how alien was the very idea of Google Maps back then. But the engineering genius of our founder, Alexander Sysoev, well, basically helped him to create a local search service years ahead of its time. He created a Google Maps-like product, which was a map combined with business listings. It was a PC application, which was available for free, which was quite surprising for Russia back then. It was available for free, and he distributed it on CDs. You can see a CD over here. And basically, we had 6 more years till Google Maps appeared to create a habit for millions of Russians to use 2GIS when they needed map information or any kind of information about companies. Yeah, I guess that's the old presentation. And which is very important also, we had 6 years not only for creating that habit, but also to gain some skills of product development. Simply saying, we learned how to develop good products, how to create good products. And it helps us to be able to compete with global players and strong local players effectively. As you can see in the countries of our presence, we are ranked above our strong global and local competitors. This is how our audience grows. By last 3 years, we were able to triple our mobile audience, and that's a thing that we're very proud of. And it is also not only about the amount of users. It is also about the frequency of usage. People use us 20 times per month on average. This is almost every day. And also on average, people generate almost 25 searches per month per user. And our success formula says that it's a combination of good products and the very accurate data. Speaking about products, we actually were able to create search system that allows us to compete with Google effectively. I mean, I'm not crazy. I'm not pretending to be able to compete with Google in global search. But if we speak about very narrow segment of search, looking for companies, yes, we are able to create a searching system that allows us to compete. And which is very important, that search system works offline. All our products work offline. You can use all the functions when you're offline. And the second part of our, let's say, success formula is the very accurate data. And the principle here is quite simple. We try to provide users with all the details that might help them to look for companies and to choose companies. And a good example is entrances. You can see Burj Khalifa, that's the tallest building of Dubai. And these blue arrows, they show the entrances. The point is that sometimes it's very helpful not only to know in which building the company that you need is located. It might be also very helpful to understand what entrance to choose, because some of big buildings have a lot of them. If you choose a company in 2GIS, such a blue arrow will show you the entrance that you need to choose, so you can just save some time. And it's pretty similar with the maps. We try to make them quite detailed as well. A good example here is fences. It might be helpful to know if there is a fence around the building that you need, and where is the gate in that fence located. So it can simply save some time for you. This is why we draw such objects. We try to have not only buildings and roads on our maps, but have some additional details that might be helpful. And of course, it takes quite a lot of resources for us to keep the data accuracy on such a high level. And this is how we do it, just a couple of words about it. Let's for example, begin from maps. It begins in quite a standard way. We buy satellite images, we draw everything that we can see on them, but the most interesting part happens after that. After that, we employ a team of cartographers in every single city of our presence. They work for us full-time, and they literally work on the street level. They walk around the streets, and they check if we have all the objects that truly exist, if we have them on our maps. And it's very similar with business listings. Firstly, we collect all the information that we can find on company websites, then we verify it with the help of our call centers, but after that, we hire data verification teams, and again, they work on the street level, they walk around the streets, and they check if all the companies that actually exist and operate, if we have them in our business listings. Is it expensive? Oh yes, but we do not know any other approach how to keep the data accuracy at such a high level, because our internal standard says that we gotta have at least 95% of mapping objects and companies that truly exist and operate. We gotta have them in our maps and business listings. And just a couple words about the monetization. As you can see, the biggest part of our customers, they are micro businesses with less than 15 people employed. I mean, I guess it's very familiar for all of you. You can also see the most monetized categories, and the key principle of our sales is simple. We try to be able to explain difficult digital solutions to small businesses in a very simple way. And the best way how to do that for us is to meet them in person. This is why we sell on face-to-face meetings, and this is why we need so many salespeople. Now, currently we employ over 1,500 salespeople to handle our customers. We have 45,000 of companies who advertise with us. And this is one of the things that might be surprising. This is what we sell. The thing is that we do not sell Google AdWords, we do not sell Facebook ads, we sell advertising in 2GIS only. And the reason is, well, it's obvious. As long as we can cover advertisers' needs by our own advertising functionality, we just can keep higher margin. So our advertising positions are, well, 90% of our revenues, we get it from contextual advertising, which is priority ranking, basically. And another 10% come from media positions for raising the advertisers' brand awareness. We show their image banners or videos in different places where we have place for it. So it helps us to reach the goal of raising the brand awareness. And, well, this is pretty much it about our business model. We combine excellent data accuracy and detailness with good products. And there is one more component. We try to be in the right place at the right time with the right product. This is what happened in Russia when we appeared 6 years before Google Maps did. And we're pretty sure that there are some regions of the world when we can build successful business on such a business model. There are, first of all, Southeast Asia, the Middle East, Latin America, and some European countries. So our approach is to find partners with a wide business expertise or strong local expertise and to launch joint projects over there. This is what we're planning to do, and I hope on next conferences I'll be able to share first results with you guys. So thank you very much for listening.
Okay, thanks very much, Sergey. I think it's very interesting to see that on the one side you use this technology to gather the initial information, and then we have that hard labor work we use with to make this really accurate and to bring the quality. So you mentioned you have just
I'll move over here.
Okay. So you mentioned you just have like feet on the street salespeople. Did you also try telesales to?
Yeah, we use telesales, but I guess I didn't mention it in my presentation. Our average yearly revenue is $1,800 which is quite a lot for Russia. And we found out that it's more effective for us to meet with advertisers in person to explain why they should pay such a big sum for us. So we are not always able to do that with the help of telesales. So we use them for some deals, but that's not significant amount of them.
Okay.
What does Google and Yandex think about you? Okay, what do they? And
They want to buy us.
Okay, yeah, and so
Not Google, but Yandex.
But that's kind of my second question. My second question was because I was in the Czech Republic when before Google even went into the Czech Republic, and they would try to buy our data, okay? And they were really hot to buy our data. Has Google or anybody approached you to buy your data also? Not just your company, but the data?
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, they tried to buy our data, but we understand that well, if we speak about ecosystems, the best position for us is to provide them not only the data, but the service. I mean, to be able to provide some companies with priorities when they show the result set. This is how we can sell, this is how we can keep the function of sales on our sites. So we do not sell the data, answering to your question, we do not sell it because we haven't found the model that would work for us.
Do we have more questions from the audience? Then my question would be, we heard yesterday at Google such great things about the new ways of accessing information through voice search, etc. Have you done any experience with this?
Yeah, we actually implemented voice search in our system, and well, we think that our product is not an application with type-in searches, and we think that our product is being able to understand what a user needs when he types something or says something, and to answer it in the right way, to provide the user with the information that they need. So, and voice search or type-in search, it's just an interface that we can use if it becomes convenient and popular. So this is what's happening with the voice search. We use it. People can just say what they need, and we will provide an answer.
Okay. So, any more questions? Then thanks very much for your presentation.